Have you ever wondered about the fundamental rules governing armed conflict and who exactly is permitted to take up arms? In the complex world of international humanitarian law, distinguishing between combatants and civilians is absolutely crucial. Under international humanitarian law, particularly the Geneva Conventions, only members of the armed forces of a state party to an armed conflict and members of organized armed groups belonging to a party to an armed conflict have the right to directly participate in hostilities. This exclusive right means they can lawfully engage in fighting and target military objectives without being prosecuted for merely participating in the conflict. This clear distinction is critical because it underpins the principle of combatant immunity. When these individuals are captured, they are entitled to prisoner of war status, protecting them from prosecution for their lawful acts of war. This framework is designed to limit violence and protect civilians. The why behind this rule is to create clarity and ensure that non-combatants are safeguarded from the direct effects of warfare, emphasizing that war is primarily fought between states and their organized forces. For those who do not fall into these categories, such as civilians, direct participation in hostilities means they lose their protection from attack for the duration of that participation. This means that if a civilian takes up arms, they can be lawfully targeted. Once they lay down their arms, their civilian protection is immediately reinstated. This rule helps maintain the delicate balance between military necessity and humanitarian considerations, ensuring that only those directly involved in fighting are legitimate targets. It is important to remember the concept of a levée en masse, where inhabitants of a non-occupied territory spontaneously take up arms to resist invading forces without time to form into regular armed units. These individuals are also considered combatants, provided they carry arms openly and respect the laws and customs of war. This is a very specific and rare exception, underscoring the strict criteria for who may engage in warfare. Ultimately, understanding who has the right to participate in hostilities is vital for upholding the protections afforded to civilians and for ensuring that armed conflicts are conducted within a defined legal framework. It is about drawing a clear line between those who can lawfully fight and those who must always be protected, creating a pathway to greater safety and accountability in times of war.